Another test begins. Another riddle to solve. The mysteries of the soul. Let's begin. Today I wanted to talk about comfort. Why comfort can become the true enemy of power. Comfort, it's like a gravity. It's like an invisible gravity that keeps us clinging on to what we're familiar with, keeps us clinging on to routine, keeps us clinging on to monotony and simplicity. That to which you find challenging can be very uncomfortable. That to which you find is different can be very uncomfortable. And growth in life is about being comfortable with being uncomfortable. And so if we find at some point in time that we become addicted to monotony, addicted to routine, then we begin to go against our own self-development. And so this goes back into the theme of understanding that this self-development, this to which I'm doing, I enjoy because I'm Brainiac. But even if I didn't enjoy it, I'd still do it because this is also a discipline for me. This is also an exercise. And I don't mind being uncomfortable. I feel the same shock and the same pain when I lose. But it's the stillness, the meditative focus, the no mind, the patience with myself. All these things going to making myself better, making myself greater, making myself smarter, improving my memory, improving my critical thinking, improving my focus, improving my intuition. Me seeking the better version of myself and my desire for that outweighs my desire to be comfortable. And so you have to recognize that it's not always reaching your limit and breaking your limit that becomes the challenge, but sometimes pushing yourself to step outside of your comfort zone. Before you reach the point to where you're pushing past your limit, first you have to accept stepping outside of your comfort zone. Before you accept the burden of exercise in the gym, you must first put your workout clothes on and step outside of the house. It's a process. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And so, crossing the door into the better version of yourself, it isn't going to feel good. It's going to feel very uncomfortable. Growth is going to be painful. It's going to feel like a burden. But this is where you get into somewhat of the spiritual aspect of self-improvement, bearing the cross, of taking yourself to the next level that requires you to sacrifice your own weaknesses. And so here we have me. I am at a wall. This indeed is a wall. There is no obvious answer. So I'm analyzing, I'm looking at all the numbers, I'm thinking, I'm looking for clues, I'm looking for details. I'm seeing possibilities. I'm taking my time. I'm being patient. As I said in one of my earlier videos, I could teach you Minesweeper, but the formula itself is useless. The true formula is willpower, patience, focus, stepping outside of your comfort zone. For if you understand the iota of brain power, which is willpower, then there is no brain power that won't be available to you. Meaning that if you can push yourself outside of your comfort zone, the mind will evolve into a thinking brain, a critical thinking brain, a remembering brain, a focusing brain. Willpower is the fuel of brain power. And so the question mark represents my intuition. Is my intuition right every time? No. People get on these binges of, oh man, I thought that. Oh, I had a gut feeling. Oh, I had a feeling. Oh man, something told me. But something telling you isn't always correct. Now, why talk about intuition? Well, there is a way to improve your intuition. Will you finish your lifetime as a full-blown psychic? Probably not. But can you develop your intuition? Become more familiar with it? Become better at utilizing it? By utilizing it? Yes. You can develop your intuition with repetition. And thus, Minesweeper isn't just a way to play a game or exercise. It's a way to grow. It's a way to become better. Now, I missed that. It is what it is. I kind of had a feeling the space was there, but it is what it is. So, first things I'm looking for, block. Boom, got it. No blocks in the minefield. Second thing I'm observing, I am looking at the walls. The four corners each have no mind. Good. For the most part, the grid is solved, and just based on the grid type, it's really simple. So I am looking for double minds across the wall. There's only one. Boom, got it. I'm also looking from the corner, memorizing both corners. 3 spaces, double mind, 4 spaces, double mind. Then going upward, 3 spaces mine, 7 spaces mine. Okay. So I got the double minds, got the block. Now I'm looking for spaces to start. Okay. I see this space here, and then this corner looks like a decent space. So now I got a head start. So now all it is making sure that I maintain this memory of 3 spaces mine, 7 spaces mine downward, 4 spaces mine on the bottom, 2 spaces, 2 mines next to those 4 spaces. Got it, memorized. Now, of course, I'm in the game now of proceeding to solving the grid. What is the second test? If I know the answer, how do I benefit? Well, you can't get to the meat and potatoes, so to speak, without resolving the grid. Meaning that it takes a certain level of precision to get to the final point, to where you get the most challenging part of the grid. And so me resolving the grid is testing my precision. It looks easier than it is. But it's very easy to become impatient with yourself and then make a mistake. And so this is me resolving the grid, pattern recognition, analytical thinking, taking my time, basically for the most part just utilizing precision. So let's go ahead and get back to why comfort can become the enemy of true power. So the true power isn't short-term memory. It isn't critical thinking. It isn't the focus of the no mind. It isn't even genius. The true power is being able to step outside of your comfort zone, becoming resilient to your own monotony, transforming your weakness into strength, and becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable. This is the source of brain power. You can increase brain power just as you can grow a tree. You can grow your mind and your mental strength. It's a shame that no one is promoting it, so I bear the cross to promote brain power and improving your mind. Think of all the problems you can solve if you could just remember the mistakes you've been making to avoid making those same mistakes again. Minesweeper isn't about solving the grids. It's about solving your inner problems. And so practice makes perfect. And it may not seem relevant, but the precision and the memory and the focus that I develop over time from Minesweeper is mental power that I use in my personal life to execute efficiency, to perform, to be the top wherever I am. And so solving the grid of Minesweeper isn't about just solving this grid. It's about solving the grid within yourself. Each puzzle brings you one step closer to becoming the better version of yourself. And the better version of you can solve your problems. But first, the first step must be taken. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And so it's here that I begin to remember 6 spaces mine. Boom. And once I proceed to solving this grid, I demonstrate the 3 spaces to mine. I demonstrate the aptitude to avoid repeating the same mistake twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Peace.